Hello there. Well, Mark Hunter Green asked me a while back how many brushes I have, and I should do a video on them. What I decided to do is instead of doing one long video of all of my brushes, because I tend to try to describe things, not just show you the brush, I thought that I would just do a series of videos, a series of short videos featuring one or sometimes more Modes. I'll kind of feature all of them because I've got three of them and they're similar. But anyway, just kind of show you my brushes in short little clips. And I'll start with uh, one of my very favorite brushes. All of my brushes, you have to understand that all of my brushes are favorite brushes, because if they're not, I chuck them. I get rid of them. I give them away. I tell people, this is this brush. This is what I think about it. If you're interested in it, and it goes. I don't keep it. So everything I got is a favorite. So you have to understand that going in. You also have to understand that I tend to take a brush for what it is. In other words, I'm not looking for the perfect brush that has these characteristics and that's it. I don't want any other kind of brush. I like variety, and I like all the different characteristics that my brushes give me for different things, for different feel, and all of that. So that's a part of it too. But my first and one of my very favorite, this is the second favorite brush in my den right now. Yes, I said second. This is Simpson Duke 2 and Best Badger. Simpson Best Badger. Simpson Best Badger is some of the best hair I've ever dealt with. And this brush is absolutely wonderfully soft. There's zero scritch in this brush. It's just as soft as some of my softest silver tip brushes. It's lovely. Now the best hair is, from my understanding, kind of a in between of the pure badger, which is scritchy to me and has not very much backbone, and the silver tip, which is soft and sometimes doesn't have quite as much backbone. But depending on the loft and how the hair is packed together, this is the densest knot that I have ever owned. I have one brush, it's a High Mountain White, that comes really, really close to this brush, and in feel, it does feel as if it's more densely packed than this, but it actually isn't. When I do this test here where I run my hands through the hairs, I can see a difference in the brush, but they're really close. But it's a wonderfully dense brush. It's got a good, strong backbone. I don't like a lot of backbone, but this brush I do like for some reason. Even though it does have a lot of backbone, I don't like backbone because I want the brush to kind of splay. I use painting strokes, which is another reason you'll see me using grades of brush that have some scritch in them and stuff like that. The painting strokes, they don't bother me because I'm not doing this. I'm not going all over my face with it. I don't face lather, I bowl lather, and I paint on my lather. So, but it doesn't splay very much. If you look, that knot stays pretty much to shape. Why? Because it's really, really dense. And I like a bit of splay on a painting stroke. But the knot, I believe, is a hand-tied knot. This is a handmade brush. And, people will say, well, this is a commercial enterprise. Simpson's is a commercial enterprise. Well, you'd probably be right about that. But Simpson is also, in my opinion, when it comes to their brushes, this is artisan. It's a hand-turned on a lathe brush. The knot is hand set. It's hand tied. This brush is handmade. Since the 1800s, this brush is handmade. It's been that way that long. And yeah, the company is well known and it's more commercial, and they produce a lot more brushes than most people you might consider artisans, but they've been around a long time, and word got around that these are awesome brushes. That's the deal with it. And to me, they are an artisan line of brushes, just like anything else you'd see out here now that the modern guys are doing. And they have the advantage of having wonderful hand-tied knots, and some of the best hair you'll ever run across comes in Simpson brushes. So Duke 2. Now the handle, a lot of people, well, I don't like that short handle because it either cramps my hand or I get lather on my hands. Well, that last one, getting lather on my hands, doesn't bother me, because if you don't get lather on your hands while you're shaving, you're not shaving. It's gonna happen. You're either gonna get it when you're handling a brush, or you're gonna get it when you're shaving. You're just, that's gonna happen. So I don't care if the lather gets on my hands. It doesn't stop me from using the brush. And when I go to pick up the razor, I have a habit. I don't understand where it comes from. People, well, the lather gets on my hands. Well, guess what? They make these things right here, and you're standing in front of a sink. Wash it off your hands. Takes about 2 seconds, and dry it. Dry your hands. You'll see me go to the towel over here a lot of times. I can't get it to, here we go. In my videos, to dry my hands. I do it 2 or 3 times during a shave, because when I pick up that straight razor, I want my hand dry. But it's natural. So my hand gets lather on it. So what? That's just my thing. If you don't like it and all like that, your preferences are different than mine, and I'm certainly not trying to knock anything. I'm just saying, it to me, that's a big deal over nothing. It's easy to dry your hands. That's not a problem. And the thing of it with me, when you look at one of these brushes, you think that short handle would be a problem making lather, but to me, it's beautiful in design because it's short. But when I first got it, I thought, man, this handle is going to be a problem. Not a big deal, because you've got this piece here, this little concave groove here that my fingers fits in there, and then I just lay my other, this little line here helps to grab, and I lay my other finger here, and set my other underneath, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. It's not uncomfortable. Works just fine. Yeah, it might clink in the bowl, but to be honest with you, unless your knot is that long, you can get a longer handle all you want to. If your knot's down in the bottom of that bowl, part of that brush is probably going to clink. That's just the deal, dude. I don't care how long the handle is. Unless your knot is, you got a 65 millimeter loft, an effective 65 millimeter loft, not 10 millimeters of it or 12 millimeters of it buried in the handle, but 65 from here up. Unless you've got a really tall, floppy, lofted brush, you're probably going to, and if you've got a deep bowl like this, you're probably going to clink. So that's a non-issue for me too. I'm making lather with a brush in a bowl, and if it clinks, it clinks. I don't care. So, but anyway, it's a lovely brush, handmade. Wonderful knot, incredibly dense, really soft. Now I know that I have read that Simpson's Best can be soft, or it can have a little scritch, or it can be scrubby, or it all depends. But the consensus is that the best hair that Simpson puts out is best. It's a middle of the road kind of hair that all of their other stuff is really good too, but the best stands out for the quality and the price that you get it for. So it's a lovely, in my opinion, brush, and one of my very favorite ones in the whole line. And I'm really, really proud to own this brush, and also any brush that I get, when we talk about build quality, this is what it's measured against. The build quality of every brush I own is measured against the build quality of this brush right here, because it's really, I've never held another brush in my hands. It comes even close to the quality of a Simpson. So, all right, Simpson Duke 2 in best. Look for the others in the series as they come. Hope you enjoyed that. Bless you, and I will see you next time.